Oh, nice. Welcome back to the R&D podcast. My name is Dalton. I'm joined here today with Pork and Chin. We got the playoff prediction show live in the flesh. Pork, I'm rocking with the shades, brother. He didn't have these on before we started, but I'm glad he has
Got my
them
hater
on now.
blockers on. I just know y'all are finna be getting wild tonight because there's a certain game y'all are not gonna appreciate my takes for. So I got to get the hater blockers on. This coming.
Pork, give me a rundown on what we got for this James Madison Oregon game here. Actually, hold on, pause. Let's talk about the Heisman. Fernando Mendoza was one of the best Heisman speeches of all time, honestly. Heisman-worthy speech.
Just got him drafted, by the way. If the Heisman didn't get him drafted, that definitely got him drafted.
He literally he posted on his LinkedIn account everything he said. Mendoza's a really fun player. He's really good story for college football. I'm excited to see what he does as far as in his future.
Owner of Jordan Hare.
Yeah. He's claimed that title twice. Him and Pavia, top two Heisman contenders, both own Jordan Hare Stadium.
Yeah. That's
interesting, as RJ would say. James Madison at Oregon, going up to Autzen and Eugene. 22.5 point favorite for the Ducks. Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I hate that this game's at night because the playoff basically ends at lunch. I mean, on Saturday. But Port, what you think about this JMU Oregon game?
It's going to be a snooze fest. Oregon's going to go up by like 3 scores first half. I don't think JMU's going to be able to move the ball at all. It's going to be extremely hard for them to move the ball. They struggled against my Troy Trojans to move the ball until they didn't. I mean, it took them, 3 or 4 quarters to get the ball moving, really, against Troy and the SBC. So, I mean, 3. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. I'm not a big believer in this JMU team. But there is another G5 team that I do believe in. It is just not JMU.
I would say these two are way worse than last year's two as far as comparison on skill. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna get my breakdown yet. Chin, what you got on this game, JMU versus Oregon?
I don't know if y'all are on Twitter or not, but you have to check out this JMU page.
Oh my God, dude! JMU Oregon Twitter right now is the funniest thing on the planet.
It's literally the funniest thing I've ever seen before.
This JMU burner account posted it's like a clip of Oregon running, but it's in slow-mo, obviously. And he's like, "This is the team that's supposed to shut down us." And then there's another one that's like it's JMU running the ball against Troy when they busted like the 45, 50-yard rush or whatever for a touchdown. They put it in 4x speed. And it was like, how are you supposed to stop this? Then an Oregon burner got on there and was like, Jesus God, how are we going to stop the flash? They've just been going back and forth.
It's just funny, but I do think Oregon handles business properly like they're supposed to.
Offensive coordinator Will Stein hired as the Kentucky head coach for Oregon. And the same thing, Chesney takes the UCLA job. James Madison, and they hired Billy Napier after the Summerall, whole incident that happens at Florida. I mean, this game right here is one of those ones that how is this even allowed to be played? You got JMU going all the way to Oregon to play in what I think is one of the best stadiums in college football. Top 5 at least. What did you say?
Nothing.
I would say, is my mic messed up?
No, you're good. No, that was something. Don't worry about it. You're good. Go back. My fault.
I would say, okay. I would say that this Oregon team, as far as talent, obviously completely has the advantage. And then James Madison walking to whenever their hardest away game they've played this year was at Louisville. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say Oregon's 10 times harder to play in than Louisville is.
Yeah.
So I think this James Madison team, there's no way they're going to hold up. I think they get blown out. I think that Oregon covers. I got the game ending at 45-10. JMU, a little hot take here. JMU being held to less than 240 yards on the game.
I can see that. What was that score you just said? Did you say 45-10?
Yeah, 45-10.
Somebody's being generous.
What do you think?
Can I go ahead and make mine since I've already got it rolling? I think you're being a little generous towards JMU here. I'm thinking a little 52-7 action going on.
Ooh.
Straight built is what's going to happen, unfortunately.
Jim, what you thinking?
I was going to say 52-17.
I mean, I know offense because I saw all year long what it looks like to not run the offense. So I know what to do.
I'll say it the past couple weeks. So.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club. Next game we got on the list is Tulane and Ole Miss. The 2:30 slot Saturday afternoon. Wind's going to be 14 miles per hour down there. How does that affect Trinidad Chambliss and that high-powered offense of Ole Miss? How does Lane Kiffin being at LSU affect Ole Miss?
Interim boost, or I guess permanent head coach boost now.
Frank Wilson also announced that he's transferring from LSU to Ole Miss. Yeah,
my boy.
A lot of things interesting with this game. John Summerall getting to coach against the Rebels one more time here. Or the Tulane getting to go to Ole Miss and have a little showdown, another rematch here. What are y'all thinking on this game? Ole Miss opens up as a 17.5-point favorite. I think it's balled up to 21 now, if I'm not mistaken, or 20 now.
22.
Yeah, they're saying it's going to settle it. Like it's going to get settled at 22. They think.
Yeah, the first game, I'll tell you this. The first game, rewatching the Ole Miss and Tulane game, Tulane up front has one of the more impressive offensive lines. They moved well. They did well running the football against Ole Miss. If you go back and you just watch straight tape on necessarily the game, just watch all 22 of Tulane running the football, they looked amazing. But the problem is that their defense couldn't stop Ole Miss, and they also couldn't score in the red zone. And they couldn't find a way to continue to chain drives together. Depth of routes was a big deal for me with Tulane. And I've seen that a lot on Twitter where a lot of people have been talking about what is Tulane doing? It's 3rd and 5. Why aren't we running 20-yard digs? I think a big thing for Tulane is going to be able to move the ball. I think winning up front, especially on the offense or on the defensive line, getting stops, getting one or two stops in this game, give Tulane a chance to play with them. I think this offensive line core, like I said, for Tulane is actually very impressive. I think a lot of these kids will be going to Florida to play ball in the move with Summerall. But overall, man, it's just the talent on the defensive side of the ball for Tulane against the talent for the offensive side of the ball for Ole Miss. You got Pete Golding, who's kind of got these boys hyped up for this game. Kind of like, oh, we're the dark side type mentality with Lane leaving. I think there's going to be a big game right here for Ole Miss to get them started off in the playoffs, even though I do think Tulane is a solid team.
I don't want to go off topic here, but USF is driving with 3:51 left, down 7 in the 4th with 3:51, I believe is what I've already said it. And they just missed a PI call, so I think the game's cooked. But I would like to give my input on this game because it is going to be extremely different than what both of you were finna say. I think this is going to be a stunner. It's not going to be Tulane's not going to come in and actually hold the game down and all the whole time. I think it's going to be a lot more back and forth than people are giving it credit for. But I do think that, given the circumstances, they have the more winnable game than JMU does. Yeah. They have the more winnable game of the two. Because Tulane is a better team, they play a more hard-nosed defense, and they have such a good offensive line to try to combat Ole Miss's pass rush. With that being said, though, you have to worry about, you got a guy who was in the top 10 Heisman voting right there for Ole Miss at quarterback, Trinidad Chambliss. He's an absolute unit. He'll probably be wearing yellow and gold or yellow and purple next season. But this season, he has shown that he is a force to be reckoned with. I really do like this Ole Miss team, but I think Lane not being there is going to be a big kicker. That's going to change a good bit. But I think Tulane could probably squeak this one out, and I think I do like Tulane in this one.
Roll wave. Yes, sir.
Come on. Oh,
What
what
just
you got?
happened?
I'm currently watching players fight right now.
Oh.
What happened? One play got ran. Crash out.
But I think knowing that they've played each other before, stakes raised a little bit. Tulane's playing a lot better football than they were whenever they first met. I think Tulane, I haven't really watched much of any team this year. So I want to say Ole Miss is going to win, but Tulane covers.
I think that's the easiest cover of all time, though. You just got to not lose by more than 3 scores.
Well, they did it already one time this year. Lost by 3 scores, that is.
Hey, I've heard a lot of this get thrown around. The whole it's harder to beat the same team twice this year.
It is whenever you're talent, right?
Tulane's talented, and they've got a hard-nosed coaching staff. I mean, Summerall's obviously good enough to get the Florida job. Second best job open besides LSU.
Besides Auburn. No.
Auburn's.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Let me go ahead and state that. I am kidding. I'm kidding. I think that Tulane very well could have lost the FAU game, the Memphis game. They played really bad against UTSA and squeaked out one against Army and East Carolina. I think they're a solid team. I think that the consistency of performance on offense, I think they lack weapons in the receiving core. And that's my biggest problem in this game. Because while I think you can run the ball well, yes, I agree. I think you'll be able to run the ball well on Ole Miss's defensive line. I think that you'll gash them. I think that when Ole Miss loads the box, you're going to have troubles beating people in man just because of the lack of offensive weapons. I think you're slow at most positions, especially the larger positions. Like if you want to go into a 12 personnel and run 2 tight ends, I don't think your tight ends are good enough to beat those linebackers for Ole Miss. That's why I have Ole Miss winning this game 38-14. And I think it's going to be tied at the end of the first quarter. And I think Tulane will win the rushing numbers. I think they'll win the rushing stats. But I do not think that they'll cover, and I do not think that they'll win this game. Fort, go ahead.
I'm gonna let Chen go because I want to end. I want to end on the Tulane one. I got a speech brewing, and I want it to be epic.
I'm gonna go Ole Miss 37, Tulane 30.
So I just want to put this up in the air. Me and Dalton simulated this game, okay? And in extremely heartbreaking fashion. Tulane lost. But that will not be the result come this weekend. I think John Summerall has got something to prove. This is more not even just to prove that he is and deserves the Florida job, but to give hope to these Florida players that he can bring a team that is understaffed, doesn't have the same talent as a major SEC team, and knock them off. And I'm not going to lie to you. I really like I think I like 27-20. Give me Tulane. I think Tulane's going to do a really good job holding Kawan Lacey, which if they're able to slow Kawan Lacey down, it'll slow Trinidad Chambliss down. He benefits off of Kawan Lacey majorly. So if you can slow down the running game, you can slow down Chambliss.
Wow. That's going to be a hot one there. I'm curious to know. Hold on.
The locker room's just different.
The atmosphere, the locker room.
It's just,
I mean, these guys are ready to play football.
I'm telling you.
I'm curious to know. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, so if you would put $100 on that port, you're winning $625 back if you hit. He needs to lose the shades. Agreed.
I got my hater blockers on.
I'm kidding, Fort. I'm kidding, Fort.
Nah. You're a hater, Turtle. You're a hater.
Oh my, that's terrible. Who did that? Miami versus A&M, 11 a.m. kickoff. First game of Saturday. You got a bust down on. First game of Saturday. Okay. Let's see. It opens up as a pick'em game. I think A&M looks to be a 3.5-point favorite now at home. This game right here should be. I know obviously you can't make it this the 6:30 game because of you don't want Oregon to play yet 5 o'clock in the morning. Nice
Mhm.
work. Good angles.
I'm just making sure I can listen. I'm getting in.
Yeah, getting in close. You want me to start calling like the play call in the huddle right now? Get in close. Get in close.
I promise you, I'm not jumping. I will not jump off sides. I don't care what kind of hard count you got rolling. I'm not jumping off sides.
Texas A&M opens up at a 3.5 point favorite at Kyle Field. Obviously, wish this was the 6:30 game. It isn't. What are you thinking about this game there, Pork? Give me some breakdown on your glorious king, Marcel Reed.
The only thing that kind of sucks about this game is the time it's getting played. You've arguably got like probably the best or the second best game of the weekend being played at 11 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, come on. These are two teams that have one team that has been in the playoffs since basically week 2, week 3. They basically said, all right, we're going to be in the playoffs as long as we just don't start dropping to bad teams. And, Miami with the last minute selection. I mean, they are the best ACC team, obviously. But, like, what are we doing putting JMU Oregon at the 7:30 or the 6:30 for us? I mean, I just don't understand it. That's just an oddball thing to do, in my opinion. I'm not.
The
really
only
sure.
reason I see that is because if they have the 11:30 spot or the 11 spot, they have to play that game at 8 or 9. So
you can give them the 2:30 and then give Ole Miss and Tulane the 11.
But then they would be playing on top of each other.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because they would be starting at 12. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're
saying. Yeah. I hate that it has to be that way, but I understand why it has to be that way,
My glorious coach that we just hired has officially lost a bowl game, even though he's not a part of the team anymore. But Old
first
Dominion
loss
has
for Alex Gold at Auburn, confirmed.
Yeah, Alex Goldish's first loss at Auburn is for USF, to let y'all know that. I don't know. I really like I don't think don't you start.
We are all over the place.
It's like that. You get that on those big jobs. But look, so Miami, they're a very talented team. I'm going to say this now. They've got a great secondary, a pretty decent offensive line, but what you worry about is the quarterback, Carson Beck, who has been extremely turnover prone in his career with giving the ball to good defenses.
Yeah.
Texas A&M is an outstanding defense. In my opinion, they are up there in that top 10 mark defense-wise. They're probably sitting around 6 or 7. Don't make the joke, Dalton, because I know your eyes are – yep, there you go. But – and I just don't know if Miami has enough to stop Texas A&M, even though A&M has looked shaky at times. They have looked less shaky in their worst moments than Miami has. When Miami gets low, they stay low. They don't dig back out of it. And, I mean, we saw Texas A&M has the grit to grind back out of a 30-point deficit at halftime or whatever it was at half. It was a crazy number.
30.
But I don't know. I'm a Texas A&M believer too. At the end of the day, at least for this year, I am. I still like A&M in this game. I think they're the safe bet. If you are a betting man, I would I'd take all your money out and put it on Texas A&M.
I really like Miami's defensive line. I like Ruben. I think that they have some of the best talent up front, but I think what they lack all around the board, what they lack around the whole board, right? And we are after this game, Gunner. Sorry, I was reading that comment. I think what Texas A&M has, Miami doesn't have, especially at the linebacker position. I think that's what gives them the advantage in this game. I would say A&M, Marcel Reed, you're going to have to really establish the quick game. You're going to have to really make this Miami team play on their heels, because if you start letting them come after you, it's going to be a long game. I think Marcel Reed's a really good quarterback. I don't know how well he's going to be getting outside the pocket because you have two pretty athletic edge rushers for this Miami team.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, I got Carson's back throwing 2 picks in this game. That's kind of my little hot take or whatever take you want to have in this game. I think you're going to have 2 misfires. I think the Kyle Field is going to be loud. It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be a crazy atmosphere. Can't wait to watch that game at 11 a.m. I'm going to go ahead and give my score prediction. I know Chin hasn't given his yet, but we'll just go ahead and start with it. I got 28-24 A&M. Close game nonetheless. But I feel like A&M holds the lead most of the second half. Miami just scores and kind of makes a little bit of a run there at the end. But the interceptions for Beck is the causing factor for the loss. Chin.
All right. I'll say this. for Miami to really get going, they're going to have to establish the run game. They have a pretty solid running back from what I saw earlier on in the year. And then you got to get Malachi Toney involved a lot more. I think he's had his last 3 or 4 games, he's had over 100 receiving yards. He's going to be the weapon that they're going to need to honestly beat A&M.
Yeah.
But then once you flip the other side of the ball, no. My allergies are messed up, gang. Come on. But once you let Marcel Reed get on the field, you can't let him get outside of the pocket at will. Because that's where he's the most dangerous person in the country is whenever he gets out of the pocket.
Yeah.
But I will say Miami wins 35-33, game-winning field goal.
Y'all are really finna do this to me again.
That's crazy.
Dude, I'm gonna be like the only one. I'm gonna be picking the opposite of y'all for the rest of the night, apparently, because it's lined up.
Turtle took A&M.
Oh no, we're good.
Well,
but I get to put the factor on it.
This is my problem with another problem that I have with A&M. I don't know if you remember the SMU game when they got upset at SMU. They got into the red zone 9 times and couldn't score the football.
Was this last year or this year?
This was this year. This is what kept
A&M?
them out of the play. No, Miami.
Oh,
This is what kept them out of the playoffs. Just about like why they were even in talks of being out of it. Why they didn't make the ACC championship. So that's my problem with Miami. How are they going to be in the red zone, especially against this good Texas A&M offense whenever the field shrinks? All right, what you got?
So I think you're going to see a boost in performance from Marcel Reed. I think this is really whenever we're going to see the Marcel Reed we've been thinking we're going to see every week. I think this is a big step up for Texas A&M. They're here. I think they're going to step it up. Defense is going to play strong. I do agree with you. There are going to be 2 forced turnovers, whether it's in the air or on the ground for Carson Beck. He has shown struggles of getting hit blindsided wise coming off the the left side of the offensive line. He's shown moments of just getting kind of knocked down, the ball poking out. But biggest thing, A&M, protect your quarterback. And when your quarterback senses pressure, he's got the legs. He's got to get out and go. But with that being said, I'm going to take A&M 28-17.
28-17 A&M.
Yes, sir.
You know, honestly, I like the predictions there. Chin, you got a good upset prediction. Pork, I feel like we have stuff that's in line. I think A&M in this game defensively is going to be stout, especially like I said in the red zone. I think that's going to be the game changer for them. I'm curious to see what A&M does run the ball as well in this game. I think they're going to be able to run the ball a little bit better than what's expected. We'll see. Going to have 18-mile-per-hour winds, so it's going to affect the passing game just a little bit. Going to affect those field goals a little bit. But nonetheless, we'll see what we get from there. This is the game that I've been waiting to talk about. Alabama
game
at
of the
Oklahoma.
week.
Rematch. Alabama, the past 2 times you've gone to Norman, you've gotten, or let me rephrase this. The past 2 times you played at Oklahoma, you've gotten spanked. Oh, well, we only lost by 2 at home. No, you got spanked. Last year in Norman, you got absolutely spanked. What are you going to do now? What's going to change? Have we made any adjustments? Our team's gotten healthier, but what do they look like now? You had Clavis when you played them the first time. You know, Jam Miller's back.
He was the only bright spot during that game.
Yeah, I agree with that. Clavis back for this game 100% supposedly. Riley's still out. LT Overton's still out. He's been out since what? Since the Auburn game with an illness. Is that right?
Auburn. Yeah.
Yeah. So the week before Auburn.
He played the Auburn game.
No, he didn't.
I don't think I saw LT do anything.
He didn't do anything, but he played.
I don't know. I
think he played.
I don't think he played against Auburn.
A little on-the-fly research here. God,
yeah,
you got the sniffles or something, bro?
Dang, I didn't think he played.
Yes.
That's crazy. I don't know who would. If you have the sniffles, that's like wild.
He was okay. So he was ruled out for the SEC championship game. I don't know why I was thinking he didn't play against Auburn. But nonetheless, he's ruled out of this game. What are you going to do if you're Alabama going in this game to make a change to be able to actually get the ball moving on offense. You know, when you played Oklahoma this last time, you had 400 yards of offense, but since then your offense has taken a complete decline. You had those 400 yards because you were on the field a lot more because Oklahoma was scoring with short field. What does it look like for you, Port? What do you think is going to have to happen in this game for Alabama to be able to come out with a win?
I'm going to stay down here because I don't want y'all to try to get on me. All right? Because I don't think y'all are really going to appreciate what I have to say. I think if you want to move the ball, you have to first get rid of Ty Simpson. He is shown to be extremely inaccurate and at times incapable of making reads. Beginning of the season, Ty Simpson is not the same Ty Simpson we've seen since South Carolina, maybe? For sure, for sure the Oklahoma game. I'm not really sure how I feel about Alabama going to Norman yet again, except this time with a more high-powered offense and defense than they had last year. I mean, last year you had Jackson Arnold, who threw for 100 yards, ran for 100 yards against Bama.
He ran for 2-something.
Okay, never mind. He ran for 200. Okay, what he does best anyway. But with Bama, you really and truthfully, all jokes aside, you do need to try to establish the run game. They've been trying to find it all year long. Found it a little bit against Auburn. You know, you get Jam Miller back, it's going to be a big pickup. You have to get him started immediately. Like I'm talking about snap one, you have got to put the ball in his hands and let him tumble forward for 4 to 5 yards. You have to set the run game up. This is a ferocious defense. That's also another thing. It's going to be really hard for the quarterbacks to get rolling in this game, which both of them have both fallen off since early on in the season. These two Heisman-level quarterbacks going into week 4 who were completely and totally eliminated.
So,
but in
Mateer's drop-off was due to injury. Simpson's drop-off was due to playing. But the thing with Mateer is this week Brent Venables just came out today and said that his grip has gotten better over the grip on the football has gotten better over the past 2-week span. And Oklahoma didn't have to play in the SEC championship game. Alabama did. So you got to take that into account that their players have had a 3-week rest instead of a 2-week rest, or et cetera, 2 weeks instead of 1 week. And the same thing with like an A&M. Same thing with A&M, Oklahoma compared to Georgia and Alabama. You don't get that 1 week of rest. Gunner says can't make a read when the O-line can't pick up a stunt. If you had extremely average at best when it comes to athleticism at quarterback. I agree with this. The thing to me is I think the can't make a read when the O-line won't or can't pick up a stunt. I don't know if it's necessarily as much as the O-line as it is the running back room blocking. Because you saw against Georgia, we went to a full slide. So basically our whole offensive line was shifting left and running back was picking up the edge. And whenever you do something like that, it's due to the fact that your running back usually cannot find the blitzing linebacker in time to make the play. Let's go back to the first Oklahoma game. Whenever, who was it? Daniel Hill. He got blown up from a blitzing corner.
Was that Hill or was that AK Deer that got blown up?
No, it was Daniel Hill.
That was Hill.
He got blown up by a blitzing corner that weighs 60 pounds less than him. And he saw him, but he didn't get any type of brace for impact. And I think a lot of that, like I said, why we have gone to a slide against Georgia is due to the troubles with blocking at the running back position. I don't know if that's going to change. I think having Cuevas back is a huge deal because he chips really well on the offensive line. This was what I was about to say. Are we sure Todd was healthy? I think he's been hurt. Only explanation for 8 to 9 weeks of Heisman-level QB play and falling off for what he's been lately. I think, obviously, we've seen rumors that he's had the hurt back, the herniated disc or something like that.
No, that's what it was with the back.
And while I don't doubt that, he's taken a lot of licks over the year, and he hasn't had a whole lot of resting time. One thing with me, though, with Ty is, at what point was your passing game going to start to struggle and Ty Simpson going to start to struggle when you couldn't run the football? So I think it may be a combination of both. I think every player at the end of the year is sore, is banged up, is hurt. Some maybe more than others, but every player has a little bit of wear. I think one of the biggest factors is the lack of being able to run and the lack of short screen game that we've had. Getting ourselves in a 3rd and longs makes them look worse because at the beginning of the season, Ty Simpson bailed us out of 3rd and longs. It was 3rd and 8 especially against Georgia. He went 9 for 9 with his first 9 for 9 with 3rd downs in the first half.
He was throwing the ball, man. I'm telling you, that Ty Simpson's a lot different.
Yeah, I think whenever you can't run the ball, QB play is going to drop, and then obviously I think he probably has been somewhat banged up as well. Nothing confirmed. I'm sure we'll hear at the end of the season that he probably had something worse than what we thought. Chin, what do you think? Sorry.
You're good. I think. What you want my opinion on? I got a lot about it.
You think Ty Simpson? Do you think Ty Simpson's healthy at the moment?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, you could tell in the Georgia game he wasn't trying to get hurt even more than what he was, but you could tell he's also hurting in some throws. Like, I mean, there's some where receiver doesn't catch it or whatever, but then there are some throws where you're like, who just threw that? Like, this ain't the same person we saw week 2 or 3 or 4. But I do think Oklahoma will try and put more pressure than they did last time, just because they've seen what he did against Auburn and Georgia whenever he had pressure put on him. But then again, I think it's going to be good to have Jam back with the running game of how he ran when he did against Auburn, but also with his pass blocking. He's our best pass blocker out of the backfield on the team, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It also helps to have Danny Lewis and Cuevas back for this game, because Cuevas has been our most reliable guy whenever we get to that spot of needing something short over the middle. Yeah. And then you get Danny Lewis back to help out with the run game blocking, which he's really good at.
Okay, so in regards to this, I think that this didn't start in the LSU game. I think this started in the Missouri game.
I was about to say Missouri's really when you saw the regression of Ty Simpson, and then he kind of picked it back up for Tennessee, and then the complete drop off started to happen.
Well, even against Tennessee, it wasn't clean.
You can't
it wasn't clean, but he definitely performed better.
You can't say he had a regression against Missouri when he played really good. He had the sack fumble, but he also played really good. He put a 4th and 8 ball to where only Latsier Brooks could catch it. He puts a laser to Horton in the end zone for a touchdown. There's some things in that game where you can say, well, he's regressing, but no, he looked just as good as he did the week before. But then you turn around and look, who did we play the week after? Tennessee?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing,
there are some things there where it kind of looked like it wasn't that noticeable, but then you turn around and look at the next week against South Carolina, and you really saw it that game.
That South Carolina game had a lot of Bama fans that I know of, at least, a little scared and a little shook on what was going on.
I was. I mean, he had Bernard over the middle on 15-yard in route, wide open, overthrows him.
I think the Missouri game, as the game got later, they started blitzing. This was one of his most sacked games of the season. He got sacked 4 times in this game. He had better edge rushers. I'm not saying that he completely started his fall, but I feel like it kind of was exposed to other teams that, hey, maybe you can get some pressure on this guy. And then Tennessee failed to do it. Tennessee really failed to do it because of that pick 6 by Xavier Brown at the end of the half. That completely swung the game. If not, we're probably in a dogfight at the end of the game.
That destroyed the momentum for him right there.
If you want to be honest with you, because it just felt like the win was taken out of their sails. I know we won by 17, but please tell me, go back to that game and please tell me if it felt like we actually beat that team by 17. No, it did not.
No, I was about to say, looking back on it, man, that did not seem like, oh yeah, we killed Tennessee at home. And we beat them by 3 possessions. Like, that's not how that game felt watching it.
But I'm not saying at all that was Ty Simpson's fault, right? I'm not saying that Ty Simpson's the reason we didn't blow Tennessee or why it didn't feel. No, I'm not saying that. I'm still harping on the run game. And then you saw South Carolina, you saw the drop off. Well, let me tell you why you saw the drop off, because he had to throw the ball 43 times. You know why he had to throw the ball 43 times for it?
Because they ran the ball 15 times outside of him. I'm sorry, 17 times counting Caden Proctor. There were 17 rushing attempts there were 17 that weren't him, 23 for the whole team. For what?
And a lot of
yards?
and what? The interceptions to start the game, and then Alabama goes up, then South Carolina comes storming back in the second half, and you kind of had everything fall apart. What run game? Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. No run game. Ty Simpson, obviously QB play falls out of the roof just falls straight to the roof whenever you don't have a run game, because there's nothing your quarterback can do.
But here's my thing though. With Kalen DeBoer has shown it. He did it all year last year. You have a guy that is costing you games and that is getting your team too banged up because he's not able to get into the game and start taking the lead that they need to get out and get it, that another guy could get and take off with it. Like last year with Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe had the athleticism, just didn't have the arm. Well, now you have the complete opposite with Ty Simpson, who has shown he has the arm, but he just doesn't have the athleticism. He can't get out of the pocket to save himself from getting lit up.
Well, okay, I know. I think I know what Chin's about to say.
I know what you're saying, but you're acting like Ty's not athletic enough to get outside the pocket.
But this is my thing. Ty isn't athletic enough to get outside the pocket on SEC teams.
No, he can do it against ULM and Wisconsin, but he didn't do it against Florida State. He has yet to really come out and show that he can do it against. These defensive ends in the SEC.
State,
but I'm saying these teams in the SEC, their defensive ends are as fast as outside linebackers. Like they're quick. They are quick and twitchy, and they will jump off of the line and chase and like hawk him down.
And this is the thing that I was talking to Gunner earlier on the phone actually about this. Everybody says like, "Oh, Ty Simpson, he's sneaky athletic. He's sneaky athletic. Like teams don't prepare for." Well, brother, if everybody in the country knows that Ty Simpson's sneaky athletic, you don't think that a defensive coordinator or you don't think that Brent Venables knows that he's sneaky athletic? Like no, like whenever it becomes a player's profile that he is sneaky athletic, that's accounted for. So it's not like, if a Mendoza scrambles for 10 yards, then that's okay. We didn't expect that, but we expect Ty Simpson to probably pull the ball down once or twice and run with it.
But you haven't seen that like hardly ever. You go back, you look at Florida State, he didn't do it. You go back and look at Auburn, he has a first down, but he threw the ball. He's done this. I want to bring it against Georgia on third down. He threw the ball instead of running it for 5 yards for the first down, and he had the running room.
But I think a lot of it stems from him getting lit up in the backfield, though. Probably. He's afraid to get hit.
But then you go and you look. I'm just going to throw this out there. I mean, it was a whatever game. Austin Mack comes in the game, Eastern Illinois, runs 25, 30 yards for a touchdown. I haven't seen Ty do that all year except for ULM. And we won.
Well, Ty rushed for 26 yards. That's his longest rush of the season, by the way. And he has 98 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season.
Sometimes it's okay to take the guaranteed 4 instead of going for the 20. Sometimes it's okay to get yourself in 3rd and 2 instead of being in 3rd and 8 because you want to throw it 15 yards down the field on a last prayer ball. Sometimes that's okay. And that's been, like Chin said, that's been Ty's problem just about all year. It's trying to make a big play for no reason. We got to continue moving the ball down the field. You can't go 3 and out against Oklahoma. You can't make our defense keep coming back onto the field like you did against Georgia, because you see how that will turn out for you. You'll get embarrassed.
I will say this, though. You can tell by Alabama's first offensive drive of the game how the game's going to go. Yep. They did it against Georgia, 3 and out. I said, we're in for a long one, because you get 2nd and 4, maybe 2nd and 3 after a good run from Daniel Hill, incomplete pass. Then you run a reverse on 3rd and 2,
and you
don't get anything. Yeah, you get a sweep on 3rd and 2 when your defense just had the momentum to get off the field and give your offense the ball. Why would we not turn around after we get 8 on first down running the ball and hand it to them again? And if
There's
he
only
doesn't
really
get it in,
been.
well, third down, we'll throw that.
Mhm.
But then you look at it on third and short or second and intermediate, we have nothing that is 10 yards or less on the field unless it's the tight end or the running back out of the backfield.
You said
Everything
Alabama
else
gets
is
short
deep.
game? All year I've seen them do double passes to get 4 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, okay, this is one of the things that I'm about to pop up Gunner's deal in here.
Yeah,
This is one.
Ty Simpson had negative 28 rushing yards that game.
Yeah. I want to say this. Whenever we got the ball to Ron Williams on short passes, he made a play with the football. He made a lot of people look crazy. He made a lot of 2-yard gains turn into 12-yard gains because he's so good with the football in his hands. Why do we not design more things short to Ron Williams? Obviously, he's had problems catching the football intermediate.
I mean, if they're like a 3-yard pass, he'll catch it. But he had 2 receptions to start the game. His first 2 catches of the day, first 2 targets, 38 yards.
Yeah.
And then I think this was like first quarter. Well, after the first one, the first one he did great getting when we got him the ball. He did great. He got outside. He made people miss. You don't see that again until the second half, and he does it again, or the second quarter. He does it again, and then you don't see it again. You just see deep balls because we're behind. Well, why are we behind? Because we want to throw it deep. We don't want to throw it short. We don't want to try and run the ball. I think if Grubb gets behind, he starts to panic, and he's like, well, we have to have a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when Alabama is the worst team in the country, when we're behind.
I agree 1,000% with that. And then whenever we are in striking distance, we don't throw the deep ball. And so we never stretch the field. How many deep passes have we completed this year? What, we're 2 for 18, 2 for 19, something like that?
1 or 2, yeah.
And then we've missed several.
One was Vandy,
yeah,
that I know of, to Ryan.
I know.
I don't even remember the other one.
I know the Georgia week we were 2 for 18, maybe? Was it not?
No. I think it's 2 for – it's probably worse now, if you want me to be honest with you.
Anyways, the deep passing game, vertical passing game, with a lack of run game as well.
Ryan drops one in Georgia.
And in Florida State. He did drop one week 1.
Think about all the underthrown balls that we saw.
That's what I'm trying to get at. It's not so much the receivers dropping every deep ball. It's either they're underthrown or overthrown barely.
First drive of the Auburn game?
Ty misses Bernard, first drive of the Auburn game. Ty misses Bernard. No, he missed Brooks in the Georgia game while we're down 7 in the end zone.
He missed. I mean, obviously, we're picking apart Ty right here, right? Obviously, there's some things that you don't see that they may have got jammed a little bit harder. But at the end of the day, the lack of passing game deep for Alabama with the combined terrible running game, how do you expect to win football games? Let's talk about this. Oklahoma's offense. You didn't have to see a lot of them the first time to beat Alabama because there was 3 turnovers forced. Let me go ahead and say that again. They were forced. These were not like, oh my goodness, that was a magical turnover. No, Oklahoma was playing hard on the football. Oklahoma is one of the worst tackling secondaries in the country because they play so aggressive to strip the ball. And you saw that risk-reward factor come in against Alabama because they got 3 turnovers, and that's ultimately what won them the game.
They could have gotten like 5.
Yeah, the ball was on the ground like 6 times.
I think what was it? Like the first 5 offensive plays, the ball ended up on the ground.
Yeah. So Oklahoma has been aggressive towards the football all year. It turns out good for them against Alabama. Mateer didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to play impressive because all he had to do was be a game manager, and he adapted and was that. And they won the football game. In this game, I don't think it's going to be the same way. I think Alabama's going to actually take care of the football. Hopefully, I pray to God. If not, it's probably going to be a murder. Mateer is going to be a little bit healthier. I have Mateer rushing for over 16 attempts in this game. In their best games they played this year, or really and truly, even when he's at Washington State, offensively, Mateer runs that football more than 15 times a game.
Yeah.
That's his best asset is his legs. And they've done pretty decent against it this year, Alabama has. But at what point, like Castellanos against FSU, God, every time he got out of the pocket, I was about to cry in the stands because I didn't know if he's going to run for a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, is Mateer going to be able to affect the game with his legs? That's my big question. Sictania, or Sictania.
Yeah. Isaiah
receiver.
Sictania is absolutely disgusting. I was about to say he's going to be the impact player in my opinion. Because when you saw not last week, it's been a few weeks now when Oklahoma played LSU. I mean, the dude had 120 receiving yards on 9 catches. John Mateer threw for 320.
Wide open.
Yeah, he threw for 320 with 2 touchdowns, but he turned the ball over 3 times. And that's the last time he's touched the field. He threw for 3 interceptions against LSU at home.
See, you say Satania's going to be the difference in this game, or Mason Thomas will be the difference in this game. Completely healthy. He didn't
play against Bama. Oh God, dude. I'm sorry.
But this is the okay. I'm about to say this, Jen, because I thought the same thing initially. This is why I'm not as worried about our Mason Thomas as I am against a Zion Young or somebody that's a speed rusher. Because what does Alabama, statistically struggle against? Speed rushers.
We struggle with speed. Yeah.
And our Mason Thomas is more of a balance/power threat. And you're just not going to bully ball Caden Proctor. Now you're going to run around him. You can put Pork out there, line him up wide enough, and make him run around him. He's probably
running around everybody though. I mean, I'm running around everybody. Though. Let's be real. Jim Miller ain't chipping me, buddy. I'm hurdling him and taking tie down. Let's be real.
But the white boy that played for our Mason Thomas, I forgot his name now. But hell, he had a career game in that game. He had what, 3 sacks, 2 sacks, a strip fumble,
sack fumble later in the game,
and then he's the one that blocked the field goal.
He is actually, yeah.
So actually, he had a hell of a game that game.
The linebacker, number 10, I think.
Yeah. Well, he's their best player on defense, so I can't think of his name right now.
I can't either. But he will probably be the difference in this game because he got to the quarterback a good bit last time we played.
Yeah. I think our Mason Thomas obviously is going to have an impact on this game, but I don't think it's going to be as much as what we expected to be. Now watch him go for 17 sacks and 2 forced fumbles.
I was about to say what you got to worry about is them flipping him to the opposite side and then putting a speedier guy on Caden Proctor.
So but even Michael Carroll, he's had really good reps this year. I'm not worried about power rush. I'm scared about speed rush.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You get Caden. If you throw Caden Proctor off, he's going to be off for a few plays. I mean, he showed that against Auburn, that he's prone to getting into a mini slump. Whether or not how quickly he gets out of it's a different story.
Yeah,
but he does have the tendency to get beat and be like, "Dang, I got beat," and then like a few plays later, he's like, "Wait, hold on, I'm actually good at this. Let me get back to doing what I'm doing."
Yeah, both teams struggle.
Serious question though. Serious question. Over under 0.5 touches for Caden Proctor.
Under playoff game. I don't think they're going to risk it.
If he gets the ball, Kalen DeBoer's going to Michigan. Okay, let's be real. That's what's going on there. There's some severe tampering.
He ain't leaving for Michigan.
Here's the thing, bro.
To say that he ain't leaving.
This is what I'm worried about.
Hang on, Pork. Would you leave Alabama to go to a school who just fired their head coach because of what he did and what they just got out of with all of the offensive side of stuff with sign stealing? Would you leave?
Yeah. Easier schedule.
Yeah.
You've got one big game all year long. You got one big game.
Thank you, Gunner. Me and Gunner are going to ride with this one.
This is why. Okay, I like the over on. I'm guessing Caden Proctor touches.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm so scared about that is because it's awesome when it works, but how many times does it have to work for the negative to be crossed out? You know what I'm saying?
I think what you worry about is him getting the ball and running, and somebody ripping his knees to pieces when.
That's what I'm saying. At what point is this going to go wrong? And is it going to just absolutely disband everything good it's ever been? And that was the question at the beginning of the year whenever it was happening in every game. It was like, okay, when's he going to fumble? When's he going to get hurt? When's this going to happen? When's that going to happen? And that's going to cancel out everything it's ever been.
The jumbo package is a little scary.
No, I don't doubt it.
high risk, high reward things though. At the end of the day,
Yeah, I don't doubt that he may touch the football in this game. I honestly don't care if he does or not. I think obviously whenever we're at the goal line, hell, we got to figure out a way to get the ball in the end zone if it's through Caden Proctor being 6'7".
So I have a
110.
question: Are we
I don't
counting
think
like
you-
him picking up a fumble as a touch, or are we talking about like an actual?
No, we're
statistical
talking like
touch?
they give him the ball,
Handoff.
like
Okay,
either
we're
a
talking about
pass or
handoff.
a handoff.
Okay, yeah. No,
I don't think you hand him the ball off in this situation.
I think you
I
just
think you
direct
look
snap
back
it and
at the
wildcat.
Georgia game, and you give him the ball on the edge with receivers blocking and corners. I think that would be the better situation for him to be in rather than running through the heart of Oklahoma's defense.
So hold on, you want this big old fella to get behind
He
a
did
bunch
it
of little
against Georgia,
fellas
bro.
and catch the ball and then make a move. He is going to juke and his knee is going to fall off. He is too big to be juking and stuff.
See that right there.
So the Cody
He
Reed
about
package
scored
just made me
against
think.
Georgia. If he didn't step out, he scores.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll risk it with Caden Proctor in this game. Who do
I
you
wouldn't.
think? This is my question. What team ends with the most rushing yards?
Oklahoma, because of the quarterback. John Monteiro will be the reason they have the most rushing yards. I have a good feeling about it, especially if they're talking about that. He's feeling a lot better gripping the football. It's going to make him feel a little more confident. I think he's been playing scared.
I saw an image or a video of him at practice the other day. Give me Alabama by 50. I'm kidding. I think Alabama rushed the ball for more, but
I think he's
it'll be
banned.
close.
I got Oklahoma. I agree with that statement. You're not like that, Port.
Hey, don't worry about coming in tomorrow. Bill said take the week off and to keep taking the rest of the weeks off.
Glazing. What do you mean I'm glazing?
No, I think Oklahoma's run game's improved more than Alabama's. I think Ryan Grubb said that he's tried everything to get this run game going. It just hasn't worked. Look at the
Has he tried getting them to run forward positively?
Yeah. John Mateer will be the leading rusher in this game. If Alabama finds a way to stop it, they have a shot if playmakers can make plays. Agreed. No chance Proctor gets a designed handoff on the road in a playoff game. He might be a decoy, though. That's the thing, is I'm curious how many times they use him out wide in this game to fake that, or if they even do. Maybe not how many times, if they use him as a decoy, because you saw them do that later on in the year, and it works.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ty Simpson over 10. Just play devil's advocate here, but what makes you think Alabama will run the ball for more yards than Oklahoma? Chin, this one's for you.
Oh, that's for me. I don't know. I think it'll be more of a Jam Miller trying to prove himself again like he did against Auburn. I think I hope he's not scared to hurt that ankle again or get a concussion or whatever. Because when he acts like he don't care, he runs the ball really good. But I think him and Daniel Hill switching in and out will give us a better feel in our run game. And we quit running the ball against Georgia because we got down 14. But I think we could string something together and hopefully outrush them.
I would think
you and me both. I hope I am right.
No doubt. I think with Daniel Hill, right? I would rather see Daniel Hill touch the ball 15 times than Jam Miller touch the ball 15 times. And the reason is because that's a 244-pound man you're having to tackle over and over and over again. If he's running hard, it's hard to tackle that man. How does Alabama's run game get affected by Cuevas's return? That's another thing I was interested in because his run blocking has been pretty solid this year. And then also, how is Alabama's offense as a whole change because of Cuevas's return? Because you felt like he was kind of the centerpiece, whether it be chipping off the edge in the passing game, then getting out to a quick flat, or in the run game, just absolutely getting in front of a linebacker that's trying to cut backside W take chin. I'd rather see Richard Young touch it more than either of them. Richard Young has been non-existent since the Florida State game. I don't know what happened.
He's hitting the portal.
He's not safe. I like AK Deer though. Kevin Riley would be nice to see, but he's not going to be back for this game.
Still got a broke jaw.
Who is Alabama's leading tackler at the end of this ball game? Can I give you the easy answer? Bray Hubbard.
Mm-mm.
Can I give you the easy answer? Deontay Lawson. Can I give you the
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to see which one you're going to go with. Port, what you got? Who do you think?
Russo.
He's not playing.
Russo.
I don't care. He's gonna come back.
I mean, he's going to play, but he's not playing full snaps, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
matter.
I mean, you might see him a lot more because of LT being out.
Nah,
But then
easy.
you'll see guys like Kelly Collins and Renaud and Keeley stepping up.
Yeah.
I know one name it won't be in is Damani Jackson. Okay, I'm gonna take Bray Hubbard as the leading
Hey,
tackler.
we are not taking Damani Jackson slander. That guy showed up to play against Georgia.
It showed.
Yeah. I got
Yeah,
Deontay
well-
Lawson. I got Deontay Lawson stepping up big in this game. One of his what could be last games of his career. I would like to see him flying around the football. I think he's gonna have to be a big part in keeping Mateer from being able to step up in the pocket and run the ball. Not only that, what is he gonna be able to do to get to the outside edge and keep this Oklahoma run game from getting out wide? Port, how many touches do you think Ryan Williams gets in this game? Over, under 4?
So I don't know because they tried to they're starting this experiment again, the Ryan Williams experiment. I think he gets under 4, but he gets targeted more than that. I think he has a few drops and maybe some that he gets the target 4 that are just uncatchable. But I definitely think he doesn't haul in 4 balls.
Is DeJohn Lee? Yeah. Oh, I want to say he's
he's
not listed on
he's
any
healthy
injury
now.
report. Yeah. Let's do this. I want everybody that's like in the chat to give your
Oh,
score
you didn't even
prediction.
have to ask me.
What?
Ryan Williams
Oh,
going to
Ryan
touch
Williams.
that ball
Yeah,
8
go ahead.
times.
What you got?
8
gonna touch that-
times. 8
How many times are they gonna fall out of his hands after he touches it? Twice. Okay.
He's gonna touch that ball 8 times.
Oh, why the echo?
Turn it off.
They gonna throw it to him 8 times. He might drop it twice, but
8 times
Hey.
crazy.
Does my mic sound normal now?
No,
Yeah,
dude, you sound like a
but
chipmunk. All
I
right.
think
No.
I think they need to try and get Ryan the ball more because of what he can do when he gets the ball. He has to catch it first, but
What game are we talking about?
if he catches it, he's the most dangerous player in the country.
Yeah, I agree with that. Alabama versus Oklahoma, Tucker. What's the score prediction? Go ahead and put them in the
Stop, man.
chat. What's your score prediction is? Chin, I'm gonna let you start with yours. What you got?
17-10, Bama.
We went down this road before, Chan. We're about to do the exact same prediction we did last time.
Nah,
I'm
last
fairly
time I said
certain
it was
that's what
like
you took.
30s.
No, I wasn't in the 30s.
I was.
I've been pretty good at calling this one. I'm 1 for 1 this season on
No.
calling this one.
You said 22-21.
And it was 23-21.
What week did they play in? The first
Gunner.
week? 8?
Gunner,
9,
I
10
said
maybe?
if he catches the ball.
Wait, hold on. I'll tell you. November 15th. Whatever week that was.
10.
6
What?
or 7.
10, was it?
Dude,
I think it was.
word brains are rotted, dog.
Mine's been gone.
I think it was 11 or 12,
It was
honestly.
12.
God, I'm
No.
different.
It's week 10 for Alabama. Gives the 2 buys.
Ah. There's one.
Sorry, Fort. Go ahead with your score prediction.
I want to go last. I don't want to go first.
All right, okay, let me give you. I'll tell you, Chin. Your score prediction for the first Oklahoma Bama game was 17-10 as well.
I
well, let me
told you,
change
we're
that.
about to
Let me change it, bro.
recreate history.
Let me
No.
change it.
All right, change it, Chin. What you got?
21-10, Bama.
This dude. This dude.
21-10
This dude right
Bama.
here, bro.
For Chin. Port, the last. This is crazy. The last Oklahoma Bama game, you had 22-21 Oklahoma.
What was the score of that game? Who won it?
Do what?
It's 23-21.
Yeah. And the
I wanna
last
go
one I
last, though.
had was 24-21 Bama. So we were both right there. You just had the right winner.
Yeah, I just no ball. That's the difference.
Yeah. Okay, Port. I'm guessing you want me to go next. Chin, you had 21.
Yeah, I want to go
Bama?
last because I'm going to be the
Yeah.
only one to disagree of everyone in the chat and on this
Okay.
up here with me.
Justin has 21-13 Bama. Gunner has 27-24 Alabama. Salty 38-yard field goal to win the game. Win to his back for the win. Heck yeah. That's a good lord. Dalton, I'm going to get.
Hey, Gunner, you need to check your spelling, dog.
Yeah, that's why I got. Tucker Abrahamson says, yeah, I'm dropping full names. Yeah, Dalton, I'm going to go with 21-17 Bama.
Yeah, and Fletcher Whittle says 24-17 Bama as well.
That's good ball right there. That's good ball right there, Fletcher. Let me tell you one that's good ball. What do I have? I have 27-21 Bama. Why do I have 27-21 Bama? Or can you tell me?
Because you're
Ryan
wrong.
Williams game-winning touchdown.
No, because I'm biased. Anyways,
I was about to say, yeah.
No, a big thing for me with Alabama is you have had 2 weeks to prepare. What's going to change for you? What have you implemented to be able to get past this Oklahoma defense? What have you implemented to get rid of the ball whenever you're getting pressured? I'm going to be really curious to see how we can get the ball out to the edge, and get these quick passes off. I'm holding on 13.
Okay,
Sorry.
Gunner.
But I think Alabama's going to have to do well out on the perimeter to be able to get this ball up the field. It's going to be curious to see. I think our defense is going to play pretty well against Mateer. Hopefully, we can keep him contained, rushing the football. Other than that, I'm not too scared about him. He's going to make good plays every now and then with his arm. But the thing about Mateer is, and this is what would be frustrating, and this was what was frustrating for an Alabama fan last year, is just like Milroe, Mateer is, and the fact of he makes a crazy play that, like, oh, we got the best quarterback in the country one play, and the next play he throws an absolute duck ball to the safety in the middle of the field, like it's a pop flop. His mechanics are sometimes off. Sometimes will just absolutely just arm muscle the power through there, and that leads to spiking the ball on the ground, etc., or floating one over. I don't know how this game, with the wind, how the wind's going to affect it, right? I don't know how the wind's going to affect it, but I just see Alabama win this game 27-21. Port, what do you have?
So, listening to you talk about this, like you and Chin and all the other fellow Alabama fans in the chat, you made me feel a little bit different about this game. You've swayed me a little bit over, and I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go 20-21, and I'm going to take Oklahoma.
Port, thanks for joining us. Anyways, so now that we can get back
I always come back, but that's all I can tell you.
2021.
Oklahoma.
And
you got Talty missed extra point is the reason they lose.
Pork.
There you go, Chin.
You listen to me right now.
I'm going to leave that in the back of your mind.
Right now. If he misses an extra point,
what you going to do?
None of that.
I'm already back. You can't get me through a screen.
So, overall, we got Alabama. Me and Chin got Alabama advancing. We have our playoff bracket somewhere. We'll pull them up on Tuesday or Sunday. Terrible take by Pork and Bean. Yeah, I agree. Pork's muted? He's just yelling and he's muted?
Who keeps muting me?
Yeah, terrible
Dude,
take.
this
Pork.
Tucker Abrahamson fella. Huh. Interesting. That's all I got.
Anything else y'all want to touch on tonight? We really kind of covered most of it. I mean, I don't really have anything off the terrible. Agreed. Terrible.
Dude,
awful.
I'm sorry. The
Thanks
Bama
for
Bias
joining
doesn't live
live,
here.
pal. At the end of the day, thanks for joining.
Hey, what about the Sharon Moore situation in Michigan? Or do you have any comments?
What happened?
Yeah, me.
They're popping up more allegations now. You seen that? Let's talk
Oh,
transfers. What do you want to talk transfer wise?
I just hope Tucker got my transfers in. That's a
Oh,
work joke. Y'all
sure.
wouldn't get that one.
Let's ask the chat. What about Derek Nix becoming the wide receiver coach at Alabama?
What about? I'm curious to see what Derek Nix does at Alabama. The reason why is I'm curious to see if he gets any of the guys, if he gets a Malcolm Simmons, if he's able to talk a Cam Coleman into coming to Bama.
Oh. Dude, I'll jump off
I want to know what he brings with him as far as luggage from. Now he was a running backs coach at Auburn as well,
Perry
so he
Thompson.
wasn't he wasn't a straight receivers coach and offensive coordinator. He was a running backs coach. I'm curious to see what he does at Alabama. I think it's a good hire. I like the guy. I think he's going to be a good players coach. From what you've seen from interviews out of Auburn, looks like players over there agree as well. I'm really curious to see what he brings as far as like I said, players with him from Auburn. What are you thinking, Chin? You like the hire?
Yeah, I like the hire. Pork, you're muted again.
Dog, I'm about to lose it.
I think you did that one on your own, but
No,
I like the hire. I've heard from a couple people he's a really good hire.
Yeah.
But I'm also with you. Is he bringing luggage with him?
dude, I hope to God not. I can't do this. Not again.
Hey, let's talk about this. Let's talk about two quarterbacks entered the portal, right? DJ Lagway for Florida, who we thought was going to be one of the best quarterbacks of the preseason. And then also,
So he brings Simmons, Coleman. Oh,
No,
my fault.
it's
There's a period there.
period.
There's a period there. My fault. That's on me, Gunner. My fault, Unc.
So
Well,
we
in
just
my
forgetting
opinion,
that,
I think he only brings Perry. I think that's the most realistic person he brings with him is Perry.
I would like to
Malcolm
see
Simmons is
Simmons. Simmons and me and Gunnar were talking about this earlier as well. Simmons and said have connections from both playing at Benjamin Russell. So I'm curious to see what happens there. But DJ Lagway, right? What we thought was going to be a top preseason quarterback in the SEC, he enters the portal from Florida after meeting with the staff, doesn't end up liking it as much as he thought. Kind of an unguaranteed future is what he was feeling. Dylan Raiola for Nebraska also enters the portal. Patrick Mahomes Jr.
So I just don't know how he's going to handle the tearing his ACL part of the career arc now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now that Mahomes has tore his ACL,
Yeah.
it's his time to copy that. I just want to know how that's going to play out.
I'll tell you who's somebody that I want Bama to pick up in the portal. That's Boo Carter.
Hey,
here we
Gunner, y'all related, bro?
Boo Carter, yeah. CJ Baxter is not going to Auburn. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about this. Might have missed the stream, but can I hear the takes on the Heisman? Port,
Wasn't really nothing.
you were Pavia heavy. I'll let you go ahead and start with this one.
I'm Marcel Reed heavy, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I'm just heavy. And then number three, I really think Pavia should have won. Okay. All right, we're not going to keep doing this. All right, look. So statistically, he was the better quarterback. He was the better runner. He was the most important player and the most valuable player in the league. So I really think Pavia did get slightly robbed, but also at the end of the day, Mendoza. Did you just throw that at me? What's going on?
My fault.
At the end of the day, I think Mendoza
out,
or Pavia was the correct pick. I don't agree with it being a landslide like it was by 700 votes. I don't agree with that at all.
I like Mendoza winning it. I like Mendoza's character. I like his speech. I like everything about him. Pause.
Jacob Rodriguez, he should have won it.
Yeah, I don't think Jeremiah Love should have even been there. Listen, I think. Okay.
Huh?
Break down stats, right?
Don't you worry about it, buddy. I'm pulling them up. Don't you yell at me.
Johnny Manziel had the same amount of rushing yards as the best college running back.
Johnny Manziel was like a top.
Ahmad Hardy should have been in above Jeremiah Love.
I'm just saying.
What did
I think Chambliss should have been in over. I think Chambliss should have been over Jeremiah
I'm
Love.
just saying, like running back, Ahmad Hardy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you want to make this comparison? We'll do it.
I think Jacob Rodriguez should have been in over.
We'll do it live.
Yeah, Jacob Rodriguez also forced 12.
So you have Jeremiah Love, who's averaging just under 7 yards a carry. Okay, He had 50 less touches for about 200 less yards and 2 more touchdowns, and was the single reason his team was as good as they were all season long. And then you have Ahmad Hardy, whose team went 8-4 and now gets to play in the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl against Virginia.
No, I love your. I'm not making that Ahmad Hardy.
I have a question. I have a question. Who is the best team Jeremiah Love faced?
Texas A&M.
Miami or Texas A&M.
Don't you say Miami. Don't you ever disrespect.
You act like Miami is.
Don't awful. You ever disrespect Texas A&M like that.
Miami's better.
It's a great institution.
Than Auburn. No, you look. Who did Ahmad Hardy have to play?
Not anybody good.
I think Chambliss. I think Chambliss is a good argument.
Chambliss had a better argument.
If Chambliss starts, he's top 3. Like first game of the season, if Chambliss is starting, he's top 3 in the Heisman.
Yeah.
The reason Hardy didn't is because he played A&M in Oklahoma, had 57. Oh, well, he had 3 yards or 3. Hardy didn't deserve it. My fault. Just skip all. Look at the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, Hardy's season went downhill whenever Pabula got hurt, because when Pabula got hurt, they put a freshman quarterback in who hasn't been playing as well, and that kind of took away they make you one-dimensional. But otherwise, I think the Heisman was handled correctly. I think Mendoza deserved it. We said on the podcast that whoever won the Big Ten championship, which was kind of common knowledge throughout all of football, was whoever won the Big Ten championship was probably going to win the Heisman. I think if Ohio State, sorry, I can't keep that up for long. I think if Ohio State wins the Big Ten championship, that the argument for Pavia over Sayin is easier to compare than the argument for Pavia over Mendoza.
I just think it was wrong.
Mendoza's a dog. I don't know if y'all watched that Ohio State game.
No. Yeah, he took right off the start of the game and got back up.
So can we make a scenario here just real quick?
I would have died.
Can I put in a hypothetical here?
Yeah, sure.
You swap places with these quarterbacks, right? You put Fernando Mendoza at Vandy and Diego Pavia at Indiana. Does Vandy make the playoffs or not? Or are they further off? They're like a 4 or 5 loss team because of that.
I think you could never do that because they're 2 different system fits, 2 different scheme fits. If they were the same quarterback,
why can't you entertain my hypothetical?
Let me say this. I think if Mendoza was if Auburn had half a brain and went and got a good quarterback in Fernando Mendoza instead of Jackson Arnold, who already had the same struggles as Peyton Thorne in the offseason, that Auburn would probably be pretty decent right now.
What just happened? I say you put it this way. You can switch Mendoza and Sayin because their schemes are basically the same.
So I'd be let's switch Tom Brady and Drew Brees and see who does better on their respective teams. Because you got 2 pocket passers.
It's like Lamar Jackson versus Tom Brady, right?
Whoa. Where did you just get that comparison from? Number one.
No, for real though. I think me and Chin are both trying to get to is like Pavia is obviously going to run the football a little bit more. He's going to be a little bit more scrappier whenever he's playing. Mendoza, you're not looking for that from that guy. You're looking for a decision maker. You're looking for a pocket passer. You're looking for a guy that can game manage. Pavia is not that.
Because Pavia is the team.
All right, enough of that one.
Can't get rid of me.
Because Pavia, yeah. I mean, I agree. Well, I agree with you. I think the scheme plays a big factor into Pavia's success. Do you think Pavia will be good in the NFL?
Heck no.
Yeah, I think
they don't run an RPO scheme in the pros.
Yeah.
Me and Will are playing mute roulette, by the way, just to let you know.
I know it. Pork.
Just with you, not with me, though.
Pork, I really don't think we have a whole lot more to talk about, man.
Yeah, there is. You want to hear it?
Yep.
How does it look with Auburn losing some secondary?
Losing some what?
I'm about to walk across the hall. That's where I'm about to go. But no, like Auburn's losing some players in the secondary to the portal, alongside with now 2 wide receivers, one of which being probably the number 3 or number 4 guy in their squad. And that also is going to open the door for a quarterback transfer in or out, which a lot of people thinking it's was it Byron Brown maybe?
Yeah.
They're thinking he's going to come.
You lost Horatio Fields, you lost Malcolm Simmons, you lost Perry Thompson, right?
What we lose Horatio Fields for? Senior?
What? No, he in the portal.
When did that happen?
That happened like a week and a half ago, brother.
I know you're lying, bro.
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm being so serious.
No way, right?
You talking about
12
the guy who I called
on-
Justin Fields the first time I saw him?
On the
Yeah,
8th,
December 8th.
bro.
Yep.
Oh my god. We're so cooked.
So I think you're going to have a lot of turnover if you're Auburn, right? I think that's part of it. I think that's part of getting a new offense.
You got to look at it like Hugh Freeze. He had played in the SEC. He's a good recruiter, great recruiter at that.
So is Golish.
You lose your offensive coordinator, and you're restarting with the coach who established himself at USF. I don't really know how you look at it. Be like, oh well, I'm gonna just stick it out.
He really established himself at Tennessee, developing quarterbacks.
Well, you've seen it.
Backup quarterbacks.
Brock Purdy's a backup.
Oh my goodness.
He played at Iowa State, Port.
Man, get her off of here. My fault.
Yeah, I don't even know how she ever viewed the live.
You got her blocked or something?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
No, I think whenever you have
YouTube.
Alex Golsh's system come in, right, and they run the traditional spread out, like all the way out to the numbers type look, wide scheme, I think you're going to have receivers transfer. I think whenever you change systems based off of Derek Nix going to Alabama, you're going to have players that leave. I think you're going to have players that came for Derek Nix that are going to, bounce house because obviously maybe they don't agree with the scheme that's coming in. I think the scheme's going to really fit Deuce Knight well eventually.
So this is
Ash
the same
Daniels,
coach that developed Dylan Gabriel, Hendon Hooker, and Brock Purdy. Okay, this is 3 of his notable guys that he's got. He's got a starter, a bona fide starter now in Brock Purdy when he was over at Iowa State. Whenever he had Dylan Gabriel at UCF, he's kind of a. And then Hendon Hooker,
he's the backup for Jared Goff.
yeah,
Goff's a dog
I
though.
think he might even be the
He is.
third string now. But you also got to throw in Joe Milton there.
yep.
Dude, Milton.
He was what could have been and just never
Dude.
was.
You talking about Milton? Milton just
What
needs
did
a
that
shot.
happen?
Hey, Turtle, question for you in the comments right there, buddy.
Hey, that's another. Let me go ahead and say this real quick. That is a good point. We will be rebranding after this football season to a different name.
The
It will
PD
no longer be
podcast.
it will no longer
You
be
said
the R&D podcast because RJ gives up on us, right?
The
Felt
stuffy
like
podcast.
Auburn at halftime against
But we
Georgia.
all 3 are stuffy,
Yeah, no doubt.
The Sniffly Pod.
sniffy pod.
What were you about to say, Chin? You had a question?
Oh no, I was just saying.
Well, in that case,
Wait, Chin didn't do a bracket.
I did not do a bracket.
We got to
He
get
didn't do a
Chin's bracket.
oh, Chin.
Chin's got to
I
do a
wasn't
bracket.
in here last week, bro. My bad.
I'm gonna.
All right, Chin. Well, I could have called that one. Yeah, I know it, Tucker. I know it. Chin, we're gonna get you to make your bracket live, all right?
We'll do it live. I hope somebody gets that reference. Nobody's gonna get that reference.
All right, I'm watching the Bama game.
Damn,
Go ahead.
John Morant.
No, that's not John Morant.
Okay. What are y'all thinking? If Alabama advances the second round, how do you think they
Killed.
stand against?
Death.
Yeah,
Death. Because they play Indiana, I'm pretty sure if they win it.
we do in the Rose Bowl.
Death. Death is what that would be.
325.
You mean to say it again? Death. It would be death.
You know what else is death?
What?
There it is.
Apparently me.
Oh, let me see here.
Jim, what are you doing?
I was about to give the chat a little ASMR, but
Don't do
I
it,
decided not
please.
to.
Don't do it.
I can't
we
breathe.
make 2 bracket entries on ESPN. That's insane.
You're fired. No, hey, seriously though, I got a question. Are we gonna do like a lore pod ever? You know what I mean?
A what?
Lore pod. What did you just do? No, Paul, we just kind of talk about how we all got here to this moment in time.
We might be here a while.
I mean, you don't have to get emotional about it. Jesus, Jen, you're crying over
That starts crying.
Dude, it's shot.
Look, I need you to.
Hey, Gunner, they did not look good in the first half, pal. It looked awful.
You need me to do it, Turtle?
No, I don't. I need you to.
I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Hold on, I got it now.
No, I got it. You don't worry about
No, I got it, bro.
Well,
I
I'm
don't even know
about
what y'all
it.
doing.
Chin's got it. Don't worry about it.
I don't even know what y'all doing.
I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
All right. Where about? Let me see. Share screen.
Hey, Gunner, what do you think about Noah Williamson?
Okay. Here we go. Chin,
Yep,
give me your playoff bracket now. James Madison, Oregon.
James. Oregon.
What? Whoa.
Oregon.
You can't misclick that bad, bro. What are you doing?
Alabama, Oklahoma. Tulane, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Miami, Texas A&M.
It's all about the
Oh, I'm gonna
What?
lose it. I'm gonna lose it in here tonight, bro.
dude. I predicted them to win, bro.
Oregon, Texas Tech.
Tech.
Alabama, Indiana.
Roll Tide.
Ole Miss, Georgia.
Georgia.
Miami, Ohio State.
I'm kidding. No. Yeah, Ohio State.
Bro clicked it. Didn't even ask. Miami. Ohio State,
I kind
Ohio
of
State,
figured
Ohio
what he was gonna say, but I don't know.
God.
Georgia,
God.
Ohio State. Well, let's start at the bottom.
Ohio State.
Chin, if you say Alabama over Texas Tech, you've already got delusional and set them over Indiana.
Okay, why do you think Ohio State beats Georgia, Chin?
Jeremiah Smith.
Nah. I think on paper, Ohio State has the best defense, and they got a really good offense. And I don't think Georgia's offense will be able to keep up with Ohio State.
Texas Tech versus Alabama, Chin. What you got there?
He's like, yep, Texas Tech.
Bama.
How many
All right,
points
yeah, who
will
do
be
you got
scored in
winning
the
now?
20? Yeah,
Ooh. How many points?
will be scored in the whole playoff.
I said
How many games
800.
is it?
11.
11 games?
Yeah.
932.
Oh my God!
Nah.
90
Why y'all
points a
acting like that?
game? 90 points! Oh my God!
I'm looking at my 90-point games with Ole Miss, Tulane, and James Madison, Oregon.
So it would average at 84.5 points a game.
Oh, never mind. Take my shit up. Take it off.
I would say the more realistic numbers is around the
632.
range. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God.
Alabama, Ohio State.
Put them in.
Ohio State. Yep.
There you go.
So Chin has Oregon beating James Madison, Alabama beating Oklahoma,
Wrong.
Ole Miss beating Tulane, and
Wrong.
Miami beating A&M at A&M first round. Goodyear Cotton Bowl. Ohio State takes down Miami. All-State Sugar Bowl. Georgia takes down Ole Miss. Rose Bowl out in Pasadena, baby. Alabama beats Indiana. And then the Orange Bowl, Texas Tech beats Oregon. That would be a fun matchup to watch. I'm looking forward to that game. Texas Tech versus Alabama. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Got Alabama winning that one.
Chick-fil-A.
And the VRBO Fiesta Bowl. Got Ohio State winning. And then it all goes down to Miami, Florida, and Alabama takes home the national championship in DeBoer's second year.
Thank you, Josie.
Dude, imagine Miami winning into the Natty, by the way. Go into the Natty. Like, imagine them going to the Natty, and it's a straight-up home game. It is like a straight-up home game. Can you show ours? Can you show mine and yours so he can see what greatness looks like? You got to click on mine, though.
No, this is so I had to make a new account. I will make this bracket for you real quick. You ready? Well, this is a free cheese. This one's gonna win. The whole bracketology deal. It's as easy and simple as that, right?
Bro's just spamming, by the way.
This is the only correct answer.
That is not. You obviously didn't see my bracket. You want to go down here? Look, undo it. And let me show you mine. Okay.
Oh, we're gonna get yours up here for it
because it's ball, like it's actual ball.
Look at me! Look at me being quick with the graphics.
Look at him, quick on his feet. God. All right.
I know that hurt.
It didn't. Hands of steel, buddy. No soft hands around here. So you got Oregon beating JMU in close fashion by 35, and then you got Oklahoma beating Bama. Upset alert. Tulane beating Ole Miss at Oxford. A&M beating Miami. Oregon beats Tech. Indiana obviously beats Oklahoma. Georgia dogs out Tulane. A&M breaks the O in half. Breaking all the letters.
The Tulane Ole Miss game, you just completely lose me.
I'm just saying, when it happens, you're gonna regret ever talking crazy to me, because when Tulane walks off and Sleeper Cell Summerall has a playoff win under his belt, going to the Sugar Bowl, y'all are all gonna look at me different. Y'all are gonna ask,
I know mine's crazy, but you have to look at this.
Yeah. Ethan, you thought that Alabama versus Ohio State was crazy. Just wait till you see Tulane in the second round against Georgia.
And then Tulane whoops the dog's tail.
As a 22-point underdog.
Bro, Turtle just had Ohio State winning everything. Like, I don't get it. I mean,
it's Ohio State.
Dude, Chin had Alabama winning every game they played.
Yeah, that one's kind of crazy, but I understand bias.
But no, Georgia and A&M at the Fiesta Bowl, free cheese. A&M, Marcel Reed legacy game, as always. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And then Indiana is going to beat Oregon. And I don't know, Chin, if you saw that little sneaky number down there. Did you put 525 in, Turtle, for yours?
I had 5.
Bro took my cheese.
I had 532.
Okay. Don't you raise your voice with me. I can't deal with
it.
What
was the for Pork?
I just got a text, and it really it threw me off a little bit.
This is my actual natty bracket right here.
Yep. Oh, wow, look at that. Ohio State gets bounced, but just against the wrong SEC team. So the only thing I see wrong with your bracket is that you have Tulane losing and then A&M losing it all.
Interesting.
And
I'm
I
not
see
really
that
sure how you
Emily-
got
One
there.
common denominator we've
Maybe I'll
had
do.
is Indiana making a far run. Is that
Except for me.
yeah? Besides Chin,
Chin just hates Indiana though. That's my
Yeah,
Chin. I think
Indiana, my
Chin
bad.
hates the Midwest. I'm not really
I really
sure
like
what's going
Indiana.
on
I
there.
really like Tech because I feel like they've been two of the most all around.
I like Tech,
teams.
but I don't like Indiana.
I really
So-
like Tech, man. They're fun to watch.
So I'm just saying, Chin, you know how you have Bama beating Tech? Bama struggles to move the ball anyway, and they're about to play like the best like defense they probably will see all year if they ever get to
be
that
all right.
point.
What did we do early in the season? Hey, we're back. Like Trump said, make America great again, make Alabama great again. There we go. We're back.
I don't kick people off here. All right, so look, we're back.
But
Adios.
okay, before y'all start playing tag again, we'll do y'all have anything else you want to add in there, Port? Do you have anything you want to say right before we close this one out? Longest pod, by the way, longest pod we've
Yeah.
ever done.
Hour and a half.
I just want to tell you guys, I will not be here Sunday.